Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Scots on the Run podcast, where we take a behind-the-scenes look at what's happening in the Gordon College cross-country and track and field programs. In this episode, we are recapping the 54th. I believe, Annual Pop Crowell Invitational. Aaron Geaslen is here to help us with that. He'll join us in just a moment, but first, as always, Coach Miela, how are you?
Good. I'm happy to be done with the first two meets. I love being able to start the year with two home meets. It's great. We don't have to travel. It's a lot of work to put them on, but obviously it's nice to be in our home woods and things like that. So happy to be through the first two home meets, and obviously this year a little more emphasis on paying attention to what we're doing because we're hosting our conference championship on November 1st. I was going to say the end of October, but yeah, it'll be November 1st. So the course we just ran will be the course we run for conference, and yeah, so good weekend, but yeah, it was just good to set everything up and get a preview of what conference is going to be like,
Absolutely, yes. Well, speaking of good weekends, welcome to the podcast, Aaron. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Yeah, so you had a pretty substantial PR, I believe, right?
Yeah, biggest on the day for our team.
Yes.
Yeah.
I believe, yeah.
I guess that's why you're on the show today.
That's right.
Yeah. So, just take us through your race and how you were feeling.
Yeah, well, I think it's important to note that the energy was high for the whole team going in.
We're going to get into that a little bit later.
Our men's team, energy was really high, so I was feeding off of that a lot. I was ready to go. Hadn't raced since, April, I think, so I was ready to race, at least an 8K.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't have a good 5K 2 weeks before that, so I was kind of frustrated about that. But through the race, I think that's the first 8K that I've actually felt confident the whole way through. I made my first move at 2 miles in, which I never do. Came through 5K, felt strong. It wasn't until mile 3.5 or 4 that I started feeling it, but it was still strong, which was good. So.
Yeah. So take us through around mile 3 or the 5K, because Jules and I were trying to get splits and seeing our runners come through, and you were noticeably fired up and energetic. What was that whole thing about?
Yeah, so right before the 3 mile mark, I was doing some math and trying to figure out what place I was in for the team. And I was like, I think I'm in 4th. As long as I'm top 5, I'm happy with it. So then I yelled at Coach Jules, and I was like, what place am I in on the team? And she said 5th, and I was like, all right, that's all I need. So I was so excited. And then that was right around the 3 mile mark. So that's all I needed to keep going.
And then I guess you ended up passing.
I was actually in 4th.
You were actually in 4th. Gotcha.
But,
okay.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. Well, as I told you after you finished, we appreciate the enthusiasm, but I know raising your voice and shouting does take some energy. So if we can channel that into the run, yeah. But no, in all seriousness, so we couldn't be happier for you, and we know that's a like we said, massive season best or career best for you, I should say, personal record. But on that note, and you brought it up, the 5K Battle of North Shore 2 weeks ago, you were not as thrilled with your performance, and when we saw you after the race, you had clearly given it maximum effort. So it wasn't for lack of trying. But what do you think made the difference running the extra 3 kilometers 2 weeks later and getting back out on our home course and having the performance that you did?
I don't know. I think my body was just tired coming through the summer, and around 1.25 miles in the 5K, my body was just not today. My legs just didn't want to.
Sure.
So it was kind of a fight from then on the rest of the way. Yeah.
No, it's a good lesson, obviously. I think I remember saying that to the team afterwards. You don't have to feel great to be great, and some days you're not going to feel great, and some days it's your body's going to be able to push through, and some days it's just yep, it's not the day, and that's why it is special, particularly in cross, when you've got all 7 people, when they can all fire and have a great race, which is rare. I don't know if we've had a race where all 7 have just totally had their best race, right? So and that we don't expect that at the beginning of the year. But I did want to talk. I wanted to ask you, when Ben asked you about your 8K, you said this was the first 8K you went in and you felt confident, or you felt confident like throughout the race. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Where did that confidence come from?
I don't know. I mean, last cross country season, I had never run 8Ks before. None of the freshmen had. So it took me literally the whole season just to get used to it. Because 2 extra miles is a little bit of
definitely
it's a little bit of a change. So trying to get used to that, and I think part of it was the mileage base. Part of it was I'm not a freshman anymore. Coming back, like actually
knowing the expectations,
having more confidence in general, and being like, I've raced these before, I can do it again.
Well, I told Ben this the other day. Like I'm new to Strava. I joined Strava this summer, and one of your teammates, again, I don't follow many people on Strava. So all you listeners out there, feel free, give me a follow if you want to. But one of your teammates said to me when I got on Strava, it's like, you have to follow Aaron. He is, and I quote, he is the Black Mamba of cross country on Strava. So could you tell us a little bit more about? Yeah, I mean, you've got some great motivational posts. I agree with him. I think you're a great follow. Tell us a little bit more on your mindset.
So I post on Strava solely for me.
Yeah.
Or like to be able to look back and whatever. So
it's a journal for you.
Yeah, it's literally just a journal. Like I'll go and stock my own Strava and just like look back on runs and see how I was feeling. And the post comes from my immediate response after the run, whether that's good or bad.
Yeah.
And then I just leave it.
Sure.
So I just post it, leave it, and it's done. And then I look back on it later.
Okay.
So.
Well, no, I just joined Strava yesterday.
Yeah, because I told you about it.
Get on it, yeah. So I think you got the notification
I did.
right. Yeah. So it says I'm following one person. And I have one follower right now. So I'll make it 2 after we finish taping. I'll go ahead and give you a follow, Coach.
But on that note, what are you peaking out in terms of, or what's the most miles you put in a week in the last 4 or 5 months?
I hit 60 a couple weeks back.
And so this is the most mileage you've ever done in your life.
Yeah.
And do you think that played a role in the confidence? You think? I mean, have you started to feel a shift in your fitness and your workouts? Like, how has that affected your?
It has definitely helped.
Yeah.
Like coming from all summer, I was just doing slow miles, building up, and then to come into workouts and be doing 6-minute pace or under, and not getting fatigued like I used to.
Yeah.
That's been a huge confidence booster, and I think that all comes directly from the mileage.
Yeah. And then last year, this group was young. Now, like the majority of this group is sophomores and freshmen, so we're still young, but there's a continuity from last year. What's your favorite part about this team?
I think, honestly, I like the fact that we're all really close time-wise, just because we're able to build off of each other a lot, and there seems to be a good, healthy competition between all of us. I really like that, because we're trying to compete with each other, but we're also pushing each other to be better, so that's just making the whole team better as a whole.
Other coaches will come up and kind of, I guess, compliment or at least point out the fact that, we've got a good pack of guys, And that's fun. I mean, I know as a coach, it's just fun to see, like I said, from last year, seeing that whole pack, and now you guys progressing together. And so for you, again, we're still young. Like, where do you see this team going, whether it's this year or in years to come?
I think the cool thing is I don't know. I don't know how far we can go. So I'm ready to go as far as we can.
Sure.
Just go. Just see what happens.
Yeah, man.
Keep working hard.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. Well, on that note, speaking of the team as a whole, I guess we'll stick with the men for just a moment. Aiden Roberts was our top male finisher, 9th overall, and I believe just saw looking around the website, second week in a row he's been the rookie of the week.
I think so he's a conference.
Yes.
Do you know this? Conference rookie of the week, second week in a row.
I think so.
And then he is Gordon College rookie, or was he the male athlete of the week?
Yeah.
The Chick-fil-A athlete. Of course.
Yes.
Of course. Shout out to our sponsors, Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
North Shore Mall. Go there for breakfast.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then the men took second.
Men took second overall. Yes. Wentworth got us. Actually, Aiden, I'd love to ask you. Obviously there was a lot of
Aaron.
Oh, Aaron, my apologies. You say Yeah, dude, we've got Aiden, Aaron, Asher. We have another A on the guys team. I don't know. Then we've got Abby, and anyways. So, Aaron, did that factor in at all? I'm curious. Like, there's a lot of conference competition there. Do you think about that at all during the race? Have you reflected on that at all since?
I just wanted to get guys the whole race. Like the whole race, I was just picking people off. I think
Sure.
from 0.5 miles, me and Hudson were just taking.
And that was
kids.
intentional. Starting
That was
slow.
intentional.
And,
Yeah, starting slow
cool.
and building up.
Cool.
There was no like specific team that we were looking at. We were
Yeah.
just hoping to get as many guys as we could.
Yep.
I didn't know how well we'd do on the team side. I was hoping for a top 3 though.
Sure.
Like personally.
And I guess knowing that now, obviously Roger wasn't there, and they've got probably I know he got DQ'd in the 10K, but they've got the best runner in the country in Division III. Knowing that they're tough to beat, how are you feeling? Like, do you feel like Wentworth is a team that, I don't know, we could go toe to toe with in the future?
Yeah, we have Wentworth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Nice. That's good, man. Well, yeah. So that's what was significant about the placements for this past weekend is, as you mentioned, Ben, so the men got second, but we were only, what did you say, 21 points behind Wentworth. And in a bigger meet, 21 points is a handful of flips and swaps. And we didn't have Luke this past Saturday at conference. We won't have PJ. He won't be racing. He's got something for his military requirements, but yeah. So it's kind of like one of those things. If we go out and have a good day, we'll be ready to go. Plus, it's our home course, and hopefully, we'll be comfortable in those woods. And then the women, they got 4th overall behind Endicott, UNE, and Wellesley, right? And in a similar sense, you take Wellesley out, you could put Suffolk in there. And that might be very similar to how the results end up being at our conference. So yeah, we'll see. I think we're kind of, just as you were saying, I think I would hope that both our teams can fight to be in the top 3 on both the men's and women's side. And I don't know if both genders have been top 3 since I've been here. I think the men were 3rd one year, but that would be the first time since I've been here that we'd had that. So yeah, our conference is wide open though. It's
Sure.
I'd have to look this up. I don't know if you know this, but I think it was 12 out of the top 15 graduated on the women's side. I know that
Something
the women's
like
side
that.
is wide open. So I literally just don't even know.
I don't know that off the top of my head, but I know it's around there.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right. Well, I guess looking ahead, we've got some time off. There was
Yeah.
a change in the schedule. I don't know if you mentioned it the last time we
I don't think we did.
were on the air here, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right?
I do. Yeah. No, so we were going to go to Keene. Coach Jules came in and she said, hey, I really want to make sure the team has a chance to preview the regional course, the regional championship course, and that's the week after. So that's why we kind of have this longer gap, is we didn't want to go back-to-back races, so we decided, well, I guess we're going to go back-to-back from the 10th to Con, but we didn't want to go Keene and then go to Hopkinton and then go to Con. So we kind of put 2 big races back-to-back, and we're going to use the next few weeks to kind of sharpen the axe a little bit. But the main reason for the switch was just to get the team on the regional scores.
So that's coming October 10th, if I'm looking at the schedule correctly.
It's actually a Friday.
So, yes.
Yep.
And then Con College on the 18th, and then conference November 1st.
Yep.
Back here. So.
Yep.
In the meantime,
Got the Scott Trot.
Yes,
next Saturday.
My one race of the year.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you looking? What's your goal?
I have no idea.
You been training?
I did so much travel this year, but I haven't been running as
Just trying to finish,
certainly.
huh?
Well, I'll finish, of course.
Of course you're finish.
Yes, yeah, we'll see.
You got 20. You got 22, 23 in you.
I would hope so.
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to be in the. I was 21:41 2 years ago, and then 21:36 last year. So.
So if you go under 22, that'd be great.
Yeah, just right
Sure.
where I've been at the last
Sure.
couple of years. That would be nice.
I will not be running.
I know.
I'm in better shape than I have been in recent years, but I'm still not running because we'll obviously we help facilitate the race. So
Sure.
you know, it's actually a fun course.
Yeah. Well, because we have so much time off,
Yep.
I'd like to do an episode
We'll
the
do some kind of episode
Scott
in
Trot,
between
yes.
here.
And
Yeah.
then are we teasing any plans that we might have, or are we still trying to figure that out?
You know, Jill Wyville and Hudson Studley and Olivia Murch have said that they want to. I don't know. It'd be a surprise episode. I don't even know. They're supposed to come up with a theme for an episode, so we could have a fun episode coming in the next few weeks. They're supposed to come up with it. I don't know. And here's the thing: is I'm going to say it here, and I'm not going to remind them in person. So they better be listening, so that because they got to bring it back up, otherwise it's not going to happen. That's what I'm saying.
There you
know
go.
what I mean? It's all about getting people to listen. Aaron, you listen to the podcast?
I do, Coach.
You're a regular. You're a
Yeah.
regular. Right on. Right on. I feel like we're going to get a lot of hits for Aaron, the Black Mamba of cross country. We should get that. Can
There
we
you
actually
go.
put that on the title? Of
Black
episode?
Mamba of cross country.
Scott's on the Run episode, whatever episode
Yeah.
this is. Black Mamba cross country. You think we'll get more hits that way?
I've only got 100 characters to work with.
Okay, right.
But I'll see what I can do.
All right.
Yes.
Cool.
All right. Well, on that note, thank you all so
it's a good
much.
note to end on.
Yeah, thank you so much for listening, and we will see you on the next episode, either the Scott Trot homecoming weekend or
Yeah, surprise one.
maybe
Hopefully.
a wild card. We'll see.
Awesome.